let's see who's making a splash and spending some money in free agency. And the first story I want to talk about here is Aaron Rodgers. He finally got the deal out there. We knew there was a deal done or gonna get done by Aaron Rodgers, confirming that. We just didn't know what the deal entailed, and now we have the deal and the money and the numbers. And Aaron Rodgers, folks, may have kind of got caught in a little bit of a lie here. Let me bring this up. Before we talk these numbers, I forgot to bring this up before the show. I had it on my phone. Gotta see if I can bring it up here and find the right website. Let me see. This should bring us to it. Let me see. Nope. I want to do this. Highest. Yeah, let me do this. Here we go. This will get it to us, folks. This keyword right here. Here we go. Highest contracts. Got to see the contract numbers because Aaron Rodgers, remember, folks, he said that he did not want to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Remember, we knew that Aaron Rodgers was coming back, returning to Green Bay, because Aaron Rodgers told Pat McAfee, and on Pat McAfee's show, he said, hey, Aaron Rodgers is coming back. And then Ian Rappaport, or somebody big like that, a check mark verified account here, said, hey, Aaron Rodgers wants to kind of be the highest paid player in the NFL and all that. And Aaron Rodgers, once again, went on Pat McAfee and told Pat McAfee that was, quote, categorically false. But now we have the numbers here by Aaron Rodgers. So here it is. On first read, the Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers' new contract he gets $42 million this year, 2022, $59 million next season, and $49 million in 2024. So that's $150 million over the next 3 years, and the first two are fully guaranteed at signing. So Aaron Rodgers is getting paid a lot of money, but it is a team-friendly deal, and that is something that we also heard about the Aaron Rodgers contract. It was going to be a little bit of a team-friendly deal, and these numbers don't look like team-friendly deals, but it is because they converted most of it to a signing bonus, so it doesn't affect the cap. And actually, the Packers saved $18 million against the cap this season by converting everything to a signing bonus by Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers is getting paid a lot of money, absolutely, but it is still a little bit of a team-friendly deal. So both parties were a little bit right. Aaron Rodgers did want to be one of the highest paid quarterbacks. We're going to look at the numbers in a second, but also Ian Rappaport, kind of being right it was Ian Rappaport being right that Aaron Rodgers wanted to be one of the highest paid quarterbacks, and also Aaron Rodgers a little bit right, saying, hey, no, that's not really it, and it's a little bit of a team-friendly deal and all that. So both parties are a little bit right, in their own kind of, in their own right, in their own accord. I don't know if that word works, but I'm using it because I think it does, but I'm not sure. But both parties are right in their own accord. Yes, we'll see. But once again, it's Aaron Rodgers telling half-truths like we know. Ian Rappaport, a little bit of a half-truth as well. But, we're focusing on Aaron Rodgers because we see the half-truth every time the man opens his mouth. He's the Riddler. We know this. So, Aaron Rodgers getting $150 million. Let's see where that stacks up against kind of all the other big names here, quarterback-wise. So Aaron Rodgers currently valued at $150 million on his contract. Obviously, that's not the highest because we get Dak Prescott at $160 million. We get Deshaun Watson still at $156 million. The Josh Allen at $250 million. Obviously, that's a lot more years. That's 6 years, so that inflates the number a little bit. And then obviously the Patrick Mahomes $450 million over 10 years. But the average value for the year, Aaron Rodgers is the highest. He's getting $50 million average, where Patrick Mahomes is the second highest at 45. So in that regard, Aaron Rodgers is kind of the highest paid quarterback, right? Highest paid player. So Aaron Rodgers calling that categorically false. No, it's not categorically false. It's not 100% true. That number isn't 100% true because it is still a little bit of a team-friendly deal. So that's where Aaron Rodgers kind of, uses language and wording. And folks, I'm telling y'all must look at their language. Look at their language. People oversimplify language, folks, to like 1,000,000,000%. We try not to do that, here on the show. I like using language. I like seeing the words. So, how people are feeling and all that, looking at their wording and what language they're doing. We talk about charged language all the time. Aaron Rodgers calling that claim categorically false. That is charged language a little bit. By doubling down that it's not just false, it's categorically false, making us, that we believed in that Aaron Rodgers wanted to be the highest paid player, a little bit of gaslighting, being, no, that's, you thought I wanted to be the highest paid player, that's categorically false, a little bit implying, you're wrong and you're crazy for even thinking that and all that. So that's what I'm talking about in language and charged language. And I truly stress, I'm watching this show on Hulu and it is absolutely fantastic and it truly ties into language, folks. There's no denying the language, and it's so crazy because I preached it and I literally watched this episode last night. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, literally, like, how do people not see this? Like, that's what I'm trying to show you. Language is so important. Do not oversimplify language, folks. But watch Dope Sick on Hulu, folks. Dope Sick. It is absolutely fantastic about the Oxycontin and Purdue Pharma. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But I mean, the big wigs over there at Purdue Pharma trying to kind of, mask their drug as effective when everybody knew it wasn't. It was causing the opioid crisis. But the big wigs at Purdue were looking at ways to change the language on the label to make the product look good. They were dancing around the language of the label, folks. So please look at language and everything. Decipher the language. Use language to your advantage as well. Language is a powerful tool. Always use the language to your benefit, folks. Language. I'm telling y'all, I cannot stress language enough. Language is everything, folks. Do not oversimplify your language. But back to all the money here. Aaron Rodgers getting $50 million average a year. That's highest in the NFL. So, once again, Aaron Rodgers, that's not categorically false. It's not. You are, and we all know Aaron Rodgers wants the respect and wants the recognition, and money and recognition, they do go hand in hand. So, when we first heard that, Aaron Rodgers wants to kind of be the highest paid player, we weren't like, oh my God, that's crazy. Why would he want to be the highest paid player? Like, he doesn't deserve it, or, he doesn't have the personality for that. Like, yeah, we were like, okay, that obviously makes sense. He does deserve the money, folks. Once again, we knock Aaron Rodgers, but we knock him on the greatness level, the GOAT level. We don't knock him at just regular quarterback level. The man's fantastic. We know this. Once again, language and not doing everything binary, this or that. It's either this or it's that. It's not just this or that. Exactly with Aaron Rodgers, folks. It's not just this or that with him. We knock him and we're a little hard on him because we're talking about the greatest of all time, folks. Everything is not just black and white. And those are the two biggest takeaways on this show, folks. It's language and not everything is binary. Not everything is black and white, folks. Those are the two things I cannot stress enough. And those work for everything. It's not just the sports industry, folks. It's literally everything that you go and think about and just kind of everything that impacts your life. Watch the language and watch how they fit everything in either this or that. It's not like that, folks. We can have nuanced conversations. Y'all are smart. I know y'all are smart. Folks, I'm telling you, I watch everything y'all say. I'm watching you, yes? You think the government's watching you? No, it's me. I'm the government. I'm watching you. You don't have to worry about the government spying through your cameras. That's me. I'm doing that, okay? So just please take it away. And I know it's a sports show, but everything ties in together, folks. That's why, and once again, I'm getting a little off track here, but that's why I hate when people say, it's just politics now. Everything is politics now. Well, they all go hand in hand. Everything intertwines in itself. Once again, stop having everything be binary. I want football and not politics. Obviously, nobody wants politics and everything because that's when people fight. And stop fighting over politics. Use your language to understand what other people are saying and reevaluate your thinking and all that. Have true discussions. Y'all like to say you want conversations. Well, y'all are not having any conversations. I see the quote unquote conversations y'all are having. Those are not conversations conversations. What are y'all talking about? Those are you just talking to somebody, getting out their bullet points, their talking points out. That's not a conversation. That's why when people attack Joe Rogan, I'm like, what are y'all talking about? The man is just having conversations out here. Y'all are, but we are truly digressing here. We got to digress. But either way, Aaron Rodgers, big old contract here, $150 million guaranteed, although they do save $18 million against the cap this season, so that's pretty good as well. But once again, it's not categorically false, Aaron Rodgers. So what is the next there was two categorically false, folks. Two people said this, categorically false. The first was Aaron Rodgers, proved not to be categorically false. A little bit of a half-truth, but still not categorically false. And with the NFL, also saying categorically false that they paid Brian Flores or attempted to pay Stephen Russ attempted to pay Brian Flores $100,000 for every single loss. The NFL said that was categorically unfalse or categorically untrue, categorically false. So, what is going to be the half-truth there? Yes, they offered him the money, but he didn't take it. Is that going to be the half-truth? Because that's the worst half-truth you can say. So, whatever the defense and the excuse of the NFL is going to be, it's going to be a half-truth because we know people use the charge language. We know nobody admits that they're wrong and all that. We know this. So, Aaron Rodgers, classic Riddler, and I'm still looking forward to Batman Brady beating him this season back in the NFC. So, and that's going to be a canvas, folks. Watch out for that because I'm about to make something. I'm going to try to make something in Photoshop that I think is going to turn out good. Just has to turn out good, and that's coming on the canvas, folks. Next season. Hopefully, we'll probably unveil that a little bit closer. Obviously, we're still in the thick of it of the offseason, but new canvases will probably go up in August-ish. Maybe August. Wanted to get up something else back here. So we'll see if we do anything else before then, but August is probably when we'll unveil our new sets behind us. New flag, 3 new canvases. We'll see how it happens, how it all works out, but it's coming, folks. Alrighty, so Aaron Rodgers getting paid money, folks. Love to see it. All right, and then this story, because folks, y'all made me go manic again, and y'all were lucky it was not taking, place during the show. Y'all are lucky this news did not break during the show, because once again, y'all are being so disrespectful, folks, and, I don't mind disrespect here and there, playful disrespect, that's the disrespect we love, but this is just straight up disrespect, folks. This is mega disrespect, and once again, everybody doubling down, and I just don't see it at all. I cannot even grasp your thought process on thinking this. So we get the Steelers signing Mitchell Trubisky yesterday to a 2-year deal. And everybody was saying, oh, Mason Rudolph needs to be the starter. Mason Rudolph is better than Mitch Trubisky. Did we not just see that, folks? Kevin Patra has his hooks in everybody, folks. And I blame Kevin Patra because he's the first one that said this, and now everybody's saying it as well. Mitch Trubisky is way better than Mason Rudolph. It's not even debatable, folks. So when you're thinking, oh, who should be the starter? It's not even a debate. Why are you even having that thought? It's not a thought. We know it's Mitch Trubisky's better than Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph is the worst quarterback I have ever witnessed, folks. I do not mind being on record saying that. I would say that to his face. You are the worst quarterback in the NFL ever, in the history of the NFL, folks. I would have no problem saying that to his face. Obviously, if I ever meet the man, I want to be cordial, and I'm not going to just, instantly bum rush him and be like, Mason, you're the worst quarterback of all time. I'd be cordial with him, and I'd probably pass it off a little Smurfy, be like, oh, Mason, you are truly trash, that. No, I wouldn't say that, but, Mitchell Trubisky, what the hell is going on with that? And the way that Matt Nagy was coaching, we don't even know if Mitchell Trubisky is that bad. We know he's not great. I think we can all agree that Mitchell Trubisky is not great. He's not fantastic. The biggest knock that we do have on Mitchell Trubisky is that he throws those red zone turnovers, and that's something that you cannot do. But the fact that he was still doing decent with Matt Nagy, I think that speaks volumes. Absolute volumes. Mason Rudolph couldn't get it done when he had the entire year to himself and learning from Mike Tomlin in that whole cast of great wide receivers that he had. He couldn't even make it look good then. You're telling me he's going to make it look good now? No, stop it. But everybody wanted to say Mitchell Trubisky's worse than Mason Rudolph. Everyone's like, well, why would you hire a second string and all that? And I'm just like, what are y'all saying? And even Vegas is in on this, and I don't understand why this happened, but the odds got worse for the Steelers. when they signed Mitchell Trubisky. I don't know how much worse. I couldn't find the tweet with the exact numbers, but I do know that the odds got worse when they signed Mitchell Trubisky. Kind of saying, hey, if they rocked with Mason Rudolph, they'd be better. What? I feel like I'm in bizarro world, folks. Like I put up with a lot of stuff that y'all say, and I bite my tongue a lot, and I try to respectfully disagree. But this is just something that I'm like, I cannot even begin to think about saying that Mason Rudolph is better than Mitchell Trubisky. I don't even know what is one thing Mason Rudolph's better at. Give me one thing. One little thing. It could be even something not on the field. You find me one thing. That's your challenge. That's a challenge for y'all. Y'all tell me one thing Mason Rudolph is better than Mitchell Trubisky at. Please show me one thing, because I can't even think of one thing. Football or not even football related. Mitchell Trubisky's better looking right off the rip. So what are we talking about here? I just couldn't believe what I was seeing and hearing all day yesterday. I'm like, what are y'all saying? That Mason Rudolph is better than Mitchell Trubisky? That you would rather have Mason Rudolph be the starter for your team instead of Mitch Trubisky, who was an actual starter and actually won a game and actually got into the playoffs? Folks. So it got me re-hot again here. I did the same take that I did to myself because nobody was listening at the time. But it's just absolutely absurd, folks. It's truly just absolutely absurd. Stop that. It's nonsense. And I won't be a part of it, folks. Now I really want Mitch Trubisky to be the starter for the Steelers for the entire year and get into the playoffs and look good, because I'm not going to let y'all live that down. Trust me, I told y'all earlier on the show, I'm watching you. It's not the government, it's me. And I'm not letting y'all get off the hook of still calling Mason Rudolph better than Mitchell Trubisky. So y'all are not getting on the hook. If you ever said Mason Rudolph is better than Mitchell Trubisky, you are on a list here, and I will never let you live that down. So that's really all there is to it. So, Mitchell Trubisky with the Steelers, fantastic. And then he says this right here. This is by Mitchell Trubisky. He says, quote, I am beyond excited and blessed for the opportunity to be a part of this Pittsburgh Steelers organization. I have tremendous respect for the Rooney family and Coach Tomlin. They have built one of the best rosters in football, and I can't wait to contribute and help this team continue their success. The only knock I have on Mitchell Trubisky besides the red zone turnovers is like, this man is just boilerplate. I mean, every time he opens his mouth is just straight up boilerplate. Even when we read that article by Kevin Patra, when he brought up the most blasphemous thing that you could ever say, even then, Mitchell Trubisky was like, yeah, I like Dallas. Oh, yes, I like the Steelers. The Steelers are the black and the gold, and they're great. Yeah, it's just like, I don't think Mitchell Trubisky has a personality to him, which is truly unfortunate, but, you either got one or you don't, and I don't know if Mitchell Trubisky has one. So maybe that could be your argument. Mason Rudolph has a better personality than Mitchell Trubisky, but didn't Mason Rudolph get hit with the helmet by Mason Garrett? So I don't know if that personality is really working out for Mason Rudolph. So anyway you slice it, Mitchell Trubisky is better than Mason Rudolph, and the next time somebody says it, I may commit a crime. I'll put it lightly. I'm not going to try to implicate myself, but if you come up to me and say Mason Rudolph is better than Mitchell Trubisky, you may go missing. And the police may be sniffing around the Takes by Fan studios. That's all I'll say, folks, okay? So please stop with the disrespect. And it's worse than disrespect, folks. And I don't even know what's worse than disrespect, but that's what that is. Mason Rudolph is the worst thing. We're going to watch Mason Rudolph. We're going to watch him. We have no time in today's show or probably in the next couple of days, but I'm going to watch Mason Rudolph again. Obviously, we still have to watch Mitch Trubisky again, but I want to watch Mason Rudolph again just to laugh at this man and truly try to see what y'all are seeing. But that's going to be a fun show, because I'm going to rip on y'all hard, because once again, that's just too wild to even say, folks. It's not even in the realm of thoughtful takes on sports takes. It's not even the realm of thinking, folks. So, Mitchell Trubisky, a Pittsburgh Steeler, and I'm kind of liking it. I think it's solid. We'll see how he plays this season. Obviously, I don't know if Super Bowl, I don't know if that's on the table, but, solid wins, maybe a playoff bid, and we'll see if he catches fire. Nick Foles caught fire, folks. Anybody can catch fire, except Mason Rudolph. He's the only quarterback that will never be able to catch fire because he's the worst quarterback of all time. All right. What else do we have time for? We got about 6 more minutes on the NFL news, then we got to do our algorithm and all that and then get out of here. But let's quickly run through what has been going on here in free agency. So let's start at the quarterback position. Teddy Bridgewater signing with the Dolphins as a backup. 1 year, $6.5 million. That can turn into $10 million, I believe, with incentives. But yeah, I think that's a great backup here for the Dolphins. Obviously, Teddy Bridgewater is not going to be the starter. Let's nip that in the bud, folks. Mike McDaniel's all in on Tua and all that. But yeah, Teddy Bridgewater, always a solid backup like that. He can always come in and give you the opportunity to win a game, all of that. So a really good pickup here on the cheap. Nice backup depth. Everybody's got to have a backup quarterback, absolutely. And Teddy Bridgewater, I would say, is one of the better ones that you could get. All right, we talked about Mitchell Trubisky signing with the Steelers, Colt McCoy re-signing with the Cardinals, Brian Hoyer re-signing with the Patriots, Chase Daniel re-signing with the Chargers, and Chris Streveler re-signing with the Dolphins. So, that's the third string that will never see any playing time. And we get Tim Boyle re-signing with the Lions. So no real big quarterback news besides Aaron Rodgers and the Teddy Bridgewater. Still looking at Marcus Mariota. Really want to see him get off of the Raiders so he has a chance to potentially be the starter somewhere. Really interested in how Marcus Mariota is looking now. Few years removed from being a starter and all that. I think the man can get it done. So watch for Marcus Mariota and where he goes. All right, running back wise, we get James Conner re-signing with the Cardinals, but Chase Edmonds leaving the Cardinals and signing with the Dolphins on a 2-year, $12.6 million deal. So Dolphins getting another running back. Chase Edmonds is good, and we love the kind of dual threat running back by committee that the Cardinals had last season with James Conner and Chase Edmonds. But, the Dolphins, they had some good running back play at the end of last season, but Mike McDaniels wants his own stamp out here, and he's going with Chase McDaniels. So we'll see how he impacts this Dolphins team. We get J.D. McKissick signing with the Buffalo Bills, and he's very, very good, but is he going to be, the guy here? Is he going to be better than Singletary and all that? Because really, that's all the Bills are missing, an elite running back. We like J.D. McKissick, not calling him elite, but we'll see if he's able to just be good enough to really just fit in with, what the Bills are missing, and that is the running back. We have Tevin Coleman re-signing with the Jets and Michael Burton re-signing with the Chiefs. All right, now wide receiver news. Holy moly, here they all are. Devontae Adams is franchise tagged by the Green Bay Packers, but he said, hey, I'm not playing under the tag, and we just got Aaron Rodgers get paid all that money. We'll see what happens with that. That's the biggest story to watch, absolutely. Chris Godwin, franchise tag by the Bucks. We get Mike Williams re-signing with the Chargers. Talked about that. Michael Gallup re-signing with the Cowboys. 5 years, $62.5 million. Once again, getting rid of Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb. That's your new number 1 and 2. We'll see how that works out. I don't trust CeeDee Lamb at the 1. I could trust Michael Gallup at the 2. I don't know if I trust Michael Gallup at the 1, but it's really all going to depend on CeeDee Lamb. We'll see. We get Christian Kirk signing with the Jags. Jags made a ton of moves here, and that's great. I mean, you got the new head coach here. Got to truly kind of erase last season from the memory of Jaguars fans, and the easiest way to do that is to spend money in free agency. The Jaguars fans are all eating it up, folks. I see a lot of them, and be optimistic. Absolutely some solid pieces here, but everybody that they signed, I mean, these are all tier 2 pieces, so you still need that tier 1. They don't have that, and Trevor Lawrence is going to have to make that next step of elevating tier 2s into higher caliber receivers, and we'll see if he's able to do that. So, Christian Kirk signing with the Lions. We get DJ Chark signing with the Christian Kirk signing with the Jags, DJ Chark signing with the Lions. He was on the Jaguars, and if you had DJ Chark and added all these receivers, yeah, that's fine, because DJ Chark is your number 1, but now you just lost your number 1. And I don't know if Christian Kirk can be the number 1, but they paid him like a number 1. They gave that man 4 years, $72 million. Oh, my goodness. All right, then we get Cedric Wilson signing with the Dolphins. So, this Cowboys team that had all these great receivers on their team and a lot of depth at the wide receiver position, they're losing Amari Cooper, losing Cedric Wilson. So now, I'm telling you, I do not see any optimism for this Cowboys team. I think they're way worse than what they were last year. And once again, we got the prediction of 3-14. I absolutely hate them losing all these receivers. Dak was not even that great with these great wide receivers. So what is he going to do without these great wide receivers? Probably a lot worse. What do we get with this Cowboys defense that's now exposed because teams have an entire year of tape on them? That's the hardest thing to replicate. Great defenses year in and year out. Once again, Legion of Boom, only like 4 great years. All the players individually were great, but all together, only really 4 years of greatness. Then it breaks up. Dan Quinn has a history of not showing anything more than 1 year. I'm telling y'all, stay away from betting the Cowboys right now, folks. Stop with the futures of betting the Cowboys winning so many games in the playoffs and all that. They're not going to win anything, folks. I'm really big time nervous for this Cowboys team. All right, we get Zay Jones signing with the Jags as well. Once again, tier 2 receiver. Braxton Berrios re-signing with the Jets, and that's fantastic. We love Braxton Berrios. Once again, a little bit of a Deebo Samuel type who can kind of play the wide back position. This is what we wanted. We saw him catch fire the last 3-4 games for the Jets here, and we really think this is kind of the move the offense for the Jets should be making. Zach Wilson, good athlete, big arm. Braxton Berrios, in and out quickly. Use him kind of gadgetly, screen passes, all that, but use the speed to your advantage. Use the athleticism to your advantage here, and I'm glad that Braxton Berrios is back with the Jets on a 2-year, $12 million deal. Allen Lazard, tendered by the Packers. Matthew Slater re-signing with the Patriots, and Preston Williams re-signing with the Dolphins. Quickly here, for the tight ends, we know Mike Gesicki was tagged by the Dolphins, Dalton Schultz tagged by the Cowboys, Zach Ertz re-signing with the Cardinals, 3 years, $31 million. Once again, sending a message to Kyler Murray. Cardinals are paying everybody, coaches, tight ends, except Kyler Murray, because Kyler Murray's, making a little bit of a stink here. We'll see how that works out. We get the Jaguars also signing Evan Ingram, solid tight end, but hasn't really proved himself over the last couple of years. We get CJ Uzomah leaving the Bengals and signing with the Jets, real interesting there. Jeff Swaim signing with the Titans, and that's kind of all the big news here. There was a corner. Who was the corner? The safety here. Let me see if I can get to this. This will be the last one we talk about, then we move on to March Madness here. But the Chiefs potentially moving off of Tyrann Mathieu, which we believe is an interesting choice. But, the Chiefs just signed a safety. Here we go. Justin Reed to a 3-year, $31 million deal. So it's pretty much assuming that they're going to let Tyrann Mathieu walk here, folks. And once again, folks, I am big time obsessed with Tyrann Mathieu. He's fantastic. Once again, y'all, I didn't have the, Takes by Fans. I didn't have the show around when Tyrann Mathieu was coming in the draft and all that. But, I'm on record on my personal account saying that Tyrann Mathieu was a first-round pick. And, in 2019, I got the tweet right here from my personal account before we started the show. I said, I just want Tyrann Mathieu on the Dolphins. Now I got to wait 3 years for another chance. And this was March 11th of 2019. 3 years are here. They're not re-signing him. So if Tyrann Mathieu goes to the Dolphins, baby, I cannot wait. That'd be fantastic. And that's exactly what I want to see. But Tyrann Mathieu going anywhere, he immediately impacts the team. He's a leader. He's a workhorse. He's a great defender. And he's the heart and soul of any defense here. That's why I'm surprised the Chiefs are letting him go, but they're going to be rocking with Justin Reed instead. So we'll see if that's any upgrade. I don't think so, but we'll see how they play. All right, so that's most of the free agency news that over the last kind of day and a half here. And we'll check breaking news in a moment here. But